Hey guys, Craig here again. So a bit of a channel update then on the Buffalo build. It's pretty much in effect finished now. So what you're seeing is the finishing stages of the actual diorama. So a little bit of a change of scenery from where I usually am in the cave. I'm actually in the dining room. So I don't have my tripod or anything, so you just have to deal with any camera wobble. But here we go. What can I tell you about this then? So it's the Bronco Buffalo in 1/35 scale. We've got the Meng EOD specialists and the robots and a custom base that I've made. So anybody that's been following the pictures that I've been posting recently will see how I made the base. It basically started life as an MDF sheet at the bottom. Then I've used styrene packaging that you get. Mine come from the new telly that we bought. And I've just chopped that up, made a rough sort of like sketch of how I want the landscape to be, and then I've used DAS clay to smooth it all in and make it this sort of shape. What I've then done is I've used desert scatter and various different shades of desert scatter for the groundwork. I've used MIG, light dust pigments for the actual track. I've got little army builder grass tufts going on. Moving in, the little flags, the little mine flags, here is just literally garden wire with some yellow masking tape cut into triangles and made the little marker flags. Same there and same in this guy's hand. I've added the little cables and the wires to the computers onto the Xbox controller so the bloke can control the little robot. There's some water bottles that are darted about on the actual diorama, so there's a little water bottle there. In the actual hole itself, we've got the IED that come with the main kit, actually buried into the ground down here, and I've added some wires and everything to make that a little bit more realistic. Not much to tell you about the robots, they're just straight out of the box. All the little signs on the front of the Buffalo, like this one here, that's pretty much whatever that says. When signalled, proceed and pass with caution. That come with a Middle Eastern accessory kit. The little shrubs that are on the ground, like these, I can't even remember where I got all these little rubber bush things from, but they're about 20-year-old. I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. Oh dear. Crap. Yeah, so we've got the little grass tufts. I'm doing this by hand rather than in the cave with a tripod because it's easier to move around the thing. These little grass tufts, these are army builder grass tufts. I've just basically dry brushed them with some dust and some desert. It was Tamiya buff that I used to dust them, just to make them look a little bit used and worn for the area. Also down in the little waddy bit, I've got some empty Coke bottles and everything in some 1/35 scale bricks. That little flag down here, that's supposed to have fallen over, but that's just to show that the ground, the bloke didn't put the flag in properly. What have we got down here? These little rubber bushes come with these other colour dry shrub bushes, and again, I just honestly can't remember where I got them from. It was so long ago, but there you go, they've been used. So on the actual truck itself then, it's got the crows on there. We'll go through that shortly. I've added loads of weather into it. I might put some dust pigments just over it just to give it a little bit of an extra dusty feel to it. I've added some menu boxes, some MRE boxes in the back here, and put a water bottle there for one of the other blokes. As you can see on the screen, both screens are exactly the same, but they've got that dark green sort of like see-through thing going on, so it looks as though that's actually a TV screen and not just a bit of plastic. You can't really see that one, but it's exactly the same with the dark green screen and everything. Something else I've added on the back of here, I've added this sign which come from the same kit as the one on the front. Something that I've noticed on the Buffalo, there was no tools with it, so I've added a Pioneer tool set from a Humvee and just literally bolted that to the top of the box So they've got a shovel, a pickaxe, and an actual axe all in there on like a little bracket. So I've added that to the toolbox there, so they've actually got some tools that they can use. On this side we've got just some extra water jerry cans that come from somewhere else. I think it was the Challenger that I built. There were just some spare water cans that I've stuck in there. The interior is fully detailed, fully weathered and painted up, and you can't really see in there. It's a little bit too dark, but everything is painted and weathered in there. It's got the little cruise controller up the front, on the front left there, that TV screen. And then you've got the screen at the front as well. But everything's all painted and weathered in there, as you would expect. Not much to tell you on this side. It's pretty much very similar to the other side. The whole thing's stuck down with PVA glue mixed with some other pigments. So it's actually, this thing's actually stuck to the base now. It won't fall off. And then I've just kind of gone over the PVA glue with more MIG pigments just to blend it into the actual scenery. Moving it around. That's pretty much us. So the whole thing's just pretty much dusty, weathered and used. I don't know if I'll be able to show you the front now. There's too much glare and the windows aren't big enough to actually see in. All the painted dashboard and everything, it's just too glary. From the front then, I don't know if you'll be able to see in, but everything, like the seat belts and everything, are all weathered up. Actually, you might be able to, nah, it's just too dark in the top there to see. But anyway, that's the basic thing. The crows on the top of this Buffalo, that was a mission on its own. Something you're probably not going to see on the camera very well. What you might do, let's just try and make you feel a bit sick. All the lenses have been covered in an iridescent paint. So depending what angle you look at it, you can just see the bottom ones going like a gold colour. But the two on the top do exactly the same. If you look at it straight on, they just look clear. But as you walk around it and change angle and direction, they actually change colour. Like the real laser coated lenses you get in real life. I'm just trying to find a good angle so you can try and see the different colours on it. It's actually like a blue greeny gold that they actually change colour with. So depending on the angle depends what colour they are. And that was just basically an iridescent shimmering green and shimmering blue. I done blue on the inside of the lens, green on the outside, and that's the kind of effect you get. But it looks pretty cool in the flesh when you move around and you can actually see the reflection coming off it in all the different colours and that. The little spotlights and everything, they're just done with PVA glue. And that's pretty much us. I've put the water bottles on the antennas as well. A common question that I've been asked recently about that is with these new vehicles in theatre, what basically happens is they've got rid of the old convoy lights. Some of them still have them where you put the convoy light on and it'll shine a white light onto the diff and then the vehicle behind can follow it. But a lot of these new vehicles now have infrared convoy lights, so you can only see the convoy light if you're wearing night vision goggles. So in the cases of vehicles that have that and you can't actually follow the convoy light because it hasn't been fitted, what the water bottles are there for, they basically put glow sticks in, crack it, and then the bottle kind of diffuses the light so the vehicle that's following on behind can still have a visual point of reference where the vehicle is in front. So that's what those water bottles are generally put on the antennas for. Is for that, to hold a glow stick so the vehicle behind can follow. So I've added them. That's just literally straight out the box from the Buffalo kit. I've held it to, it's super glued to the antenna, held together with some black twine, cotton and thread stuff. And that's basically that. I've got nothing else to really tell you on the actual build itself. So that's where I'm at. That's the full diorama. The person that's getting this from my local model club, this is actually for a display at the Perth Model Show in April. They're very happy with it, so hopefully you guys will be pretty happy with it. So just a quick overview of everything then, just a quick walk around again. We've got the waddy with some crap in it. We've got the two robots that are trying to get the IED out of the ground. We've got the buffalo who's just parked up. We've got the two EOD guys from Meng. He's putting his flags down. He's controlling the robots. And that's pretty much it. So the next build after this is going to be the Cougar, which I've actually started. It's nearly finished, to be fair. I haven't done an inbox review on it because there's so many out there already. But I'm going to do something slightly different with it. So you guys hopefully will enjoy that one once that's done. And then I'll explain how I've done everything after I've posted it. And that'll be ready for Perth Model Show as well. So there you go, guys. That's what I've been up to. All I've really got to do with this is the black surround here. I was thinking of putting some wooden trim on the front just to tidy it up, rather than just having this MDF painted black. I was going to put sort of like a dado rail going across, just to tidy it up, to make it look a little bit neater. But I might not. I might just leave it black. So that's pretty much what I've been toiling with. What I'm working on now is the Cougar. So the next update with that is once I've done a substantial bit of fiddling with the Cougar, so I've got something to show you, because it's not just out of the box build, that one. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like what I've done with this thing. If anyone's attempting to build one, good luck, particularly if you're going to attempt to put the bar armour on. I've just sacked that idea off altogether. Someone posted a link to me in the last video with loads of reference pictures, but looking at it, whoever made that model has got more patience than me, because every time I touched that bar armour it just fell apart, or it done something else, or it wouldn't fit properly, the brackets didn't go where I wanted them to, so I just sacked it off and just put the bolt on armour on instead. But despite that, I think it's actually turned out not too bad, despite that not being put on. So anyway, guys, like I said, hope you've enjoyed this quick update and a quick tour around of what I've been building. Any questions, comments, please put them below. Don't forget the like and subscribe buttons as well for those that haven't. I'm steadily getting up towards the 800 subscribers, so hopefully it won't take too long for somebody to get that EOD kit and that man tin that I found. Just as a little thank you to the 800th person. I'm thinking of potentially maybe starting my own Facebook sort of page for this sort of stuff, so you guys can interact with me a little better, and maybe we can run some competitions or some little group builds or something, and just generally bring the community from YouTube to Facebook, so there's a little bit more communication rather than the comments. But I'm working on that at the minute. So hopefully, guys, it won't take too long for the next update. Anyway, I'm waffling on now, so I'll leave you with this. Sorry for the camera wobble. It was just so much easier to do it this way than it was to try and move the thing around and try and zoom in and zoom out off my phone and everything on a tripod. And I hope none of you are feeling too seasick about it. But anyway, I'll speak to you later and enjoy the rest of your day.